Imagine a leader whose strength and determination changed the course of history. A man who rose from poverty and exile to the pinnacle of power, creating the largest empire the world has ever known. His name is Genghis Khan. It sounds like a symbol of power, conquest, and incredible will. But who was he really? A ruthless barbarian who spilled rivers of blood, or a brilliant strategist who united nations and created a society where talent was valued above birth? In this video, we will embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Genghis Khan. We will learn how a boy named Temujin, born in the harsh steppes of Mongolia, became a legendary ruler whose empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Europe. We will explore his early years, filled with hardship and struggle, his ingenious military strategies that are still studied in military academies, and his legacy that continues to influence the world centuries later. This is the story of how one man changed the world. If you're ready to dive into the era of great conquests and uncover the secrets of Genghis Khan's life, then let's begin. And don't forget to stay until the end. There's an amazing fact waiting for you that will completely change your perception of Genghis Khan. Early years and the struggle for survival. The year is 1162. The harsh steppes of Mongolia, where survival is a daily battle. Here, between modern-day Mongolia and Siberia, a boy named Temujin was born. His birth was shrouded in legends. It was said that he was born clutching a blood clot in his hand. For the Mongols, this was a sign from above, a sign that this child would become a great warrior who would change the fate of his people, but Temujin's childhood was far from idyllic. His father, Yasugei, was the chief of a small tribe, but when Temujin was just 9 years old, his father was poisoned by a rival tribe. His father's death was a catastrophe for the family. The tribe, which had once obeyed Yasugei, refused to recognize young Temujin as their leader. Instead, they abandoned his family, leaving them defenseless and without resources in the harsh conditions of the steppes. Temujin, his mother, and his brothers found themselves in a desperate situation. They survived by eating roots and wild game, and the winters were so cold that every day was a test of endurance. It was during these years that Temujin learned to survive, relying only on his wits and strength. One of the most dramatic episodes of his youth was the killing of his half-brother, Bektar, who was accused of hoarding food while the others starved. For Temujin, this was the moment when he first took control of his destiny. Proving that he was willing to do anything to ensure his family's survival, these early years shaped Temujin's character. He learned to be tough but fair, understanding that only strength and determination would help him survive in this cruel world. And although he did not yet know what the future held for him, it was already clear, this boy was different. Uniting Mongolia, as the years passed, Temujin began to strengthen his position. He understood that a lone warrior in the steppes was easy prey for enemies. To survive, he needed to unite the tribes, forge alliances, and gain the support of strong allies. One of his first steps on this path was his marriage to Borte, a girl from the Conqueror tribe. This union not only gave Temujin a loving wife but also strengthened his position, as Borte was the daughter of an influential chief. However, peace in the steppe was fragile. Shortly after the wedding, the Merkit tribe attacked Temujin's camp. They kidnapped Borte, humiliating the young warrior. But Temujin was not one to give up. He turned to his blood brother Jamuka and to Khan Togrul, who had been a friend of his father. Together, they gathered an army and attacked the Merkits. It was a brutal battle, but Temujin emerged victorious, reclaiming Borte and proving that he was a force to be reckoned with, but the alliance with Jamuka did not last. The two friends, who had once sworn eternal loyalty to each other, began to drift apart. Temujin believed that a leader should be someone who had proven their bravery and intelligence, regardless of their birth. Jamuka, on the other hand, believed that only noble warriors deserved respect. This conflict led to a split, and each of them led their own clans. Their confrontation reached its peak in 1204, when Temujin and Jamuka clashed in a decisive battle. Temujin used a clever trick, ordering each warrior to light 5 fires to create the illusion of a massive army. When Jamuka saw this, his troops panicked. During the battle, Temujin employed a feigned retreat tactic, luring the enemy into a trap. Jamuka was defeated, and Temujin became the sole leader of the Mongol tribes. In 1206, he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. Conquests and Empire. With the title of Genghis Khan, a new era began. He understood that for Mongolia to survive, it needed to expand its borders. His first target was China, ruled by powerful dynasties. Genghis Khan knew that the Chinese emperor would never tolerate a strong neighbor on his borders, so he decided to strike first. The Mongol army, composed of skilled horsemen and archers, marched on China. They used tactics that still amaze military historians today. For example, during the siege of Zhongdu, modern-day Beijing, Genghis Khan used captured Chinese engineers to build siege engines. The city, surrounded by 40-foot walls, seemed impregnable, but the Mongols cut off all supply routes, dooming the inhabitants to starvation. When the city fell, the Mongols unleashed a massacre, and Genghis Khan earned a reputation as a ruthless conqueror, but his ambitions did not stop at China. Genghis Khan's army moved westward, conquering lands in Central Asia, Persia, and even reaching Eastern Europe. His empire became the largest in history, stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea. Legacy of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan died in 1227, but his legacy lives on. He not only created an empire but also changed the world. His descendants continued to expand the borders of the Mongol Empire, and his ideas of meritocracy and religious tolerance became the foundation for modern society. Genghis Khan was buried in a secret location, and to this day, his grave remains one of history's greatest mysteries. According to legend, everyone involved in his funeral was killed to keep the burial site a secret. This is just one of the many mysteries surrounding the life and death of the great conqueror, but Genghis Khan's legacy is not limited to his military achievements. He created a society where talent and ability were valued above birth. In his empire, a person could rise from the lowest ranks if they showed bravery and intelligence. This was a revolutionary approach for the time, and it laid the groundwork for modern principles of equality and justice. Genghis Khan was also known for his religious tolerance. In his empire, Buddhists, Christians, Muslims, and followers of other religions coexisted peacefully. This made the Mongol Empire one of the most diverse and tolerant in history. One of Genghis Khan's most significant achievements was the revival of the Silk Road. He not only ensured the safety of trade routes but also facilitated the exchange of goods, technologies, and ideas between East and West. Thanks to this, inventions such as paper, gunpowder, and the compass made their way to Europe, playing a key role in the development of European civilization. Today, Genghis Khan's legacy can be seen in the genes of millions of people. Studies show that 1 in every 200 people on Earth is his direct descendant. This makes him one of the most influential figures in human history. Genghis Khan is not just a name from history textbooks. He is a symbol of strength, determination, and an incredible will to win. His story reminds us that even in the most difficult circumstances, it is possible to change one's destiny. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming fascinating stories. And if you'd like to support us, check out our Patreon page. There, you'll find exclusive content and bonuses. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.